Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In this session, we will discuss nation and two-nation theory. This topic is segmented in three subtopics. One, what is nation? Two, background concept of two-nation theory. Three, its importance for national integration. As far as background and concept of two-nation theory is concerned, this is again segmented in various topics. So, particularly Iqbal and two-nation theory, Quaid Azzam and two-nation theory, and ulama and two-nation theory, particularly Maulana Zafar Ahmad Usmani and Maulana Maodoody. So, the first, nation as a term in subject of political science. Nation is a connotative term. It has different meanings in different subjects. So, in political science, it has a very specific meanings, which we will discuss today. The word nation is derived from Latin word nation, which means birth or race. Birth or race. In subject of political science, when a nationality gets politically active and becomes self-governing, sovereign, then it becomes a nation. Rupert Emerson, a very renowned scholar, he has defined the nation as a terminal community, while another very popular scholar of political science, Bertrand Russell, says what constitutes a nation is a sentiments and instinct. What constitutes a nation is a sentiment and instinct. A sentiment of similarity and instinct of belonging to the same group. So nation is equal to state plus nationality. State plus nationality. So two things are very important according to Bertrand Russell: sentiments and instinct. This makes a nation. French thinker Rana, he is of the opinion that a nation is a living soul. Nation is a living soul, a spiritual principle. So a nation is culturally homogeneous social group and politically free unit of the people, fully conscious of its psychosomatic life and expression in a firm way. So this is something more from a race and other. So a nation is a segment of humanity at large. We can conclude it. A nation is a segment of humanity at a large, with which many men intentionally and most unconditionally identify themselves, even to the extent of being prepared to lay down their lives for it. However, deeply they may differ among themselves on their issues. So, very clear according to this, prepared to lay down their lives. Yeah, this sentiment which gathers them under one flag. This is so powerful that they are ready, are prepared to sacrifice their lives. The most precious thing is a life. They are ready to sacrifice their lives for that cause, for that thread which is binding them, for common cause, for that element for which think they are united. So deeply they may differ among, so there is a possibility they have difference about various minor and petty things. They could be from various races, they could speak various languages, they could have various cultures, various economic levels. However, the element which is a binding force in them, the cause which collected them on one platform, so that is superior to other all bindings, and they are ready to sacrifice their lives for that. So nationalism originally mean that mankind is naturally divided into various nations, and that these constitute the natural units of political sovereignty. This is very important thing which indicated here. Sovereignty is essential for the nation. Sovereignty, and for this we can say a nation is rather connected with the state. A nation is connected with the state. We say that is a nation state. Nation state. So they must have a sovereignty. If they don't have a sovereignty, so they could be some other kind of group, social group, but they are not nation. Sometime it is possible they could not have a state or state to operate, for example, but they would have been trying to find out some state. This is in case of Muslims in India, and in case of Jews. Before Israel, they didn't have a state, but they are trying to find out a state because that was a nation. So, in a state where they can live according to their sovereignty. So, fundamentally, the doctrine of nationalism used three main ideals: collective self-determination, second, the expression of national character and individuality, third, the vertical division of the world into unique nations. Vertical division of the world into unique nation. The nation divides the world. Vertical division. They are not overlapping like that. So in case of India, it was concluded by the Muslim scholars that Muslims are a separate nation knitted by religion. Actually, various writers, so Mazni and other, they discussed various elements of the nation. That could be race, region, economic interest, political interest, language, culture, social values, etc. But anyone will dominate the other. That dominant element which makes them a nation, for which they are ready to sacrifice their lives, according to which they want to live, to whom they want to transfer their sovereignty. So, in case of India, so the Muslims were of the opinion they are not a group like or political party like UK, where the people can change their political parties according to their interest and according to their desires. But here they are religions, despite the fact they are living in one country from years and years. But despite that living, they have their own culture, own values, and on some cultural values they don't have a compromise even. So they are of the opinion that they are a nation. The second, they are a nation. So this is a concept of nation. So we can conclude it a group of people which have a sovereignty, which have a nationality and state. So they are a nation. They have their own sovereignty, own culture, own area, own you can say population which is vertically divided from others. So this is a nation, and they also they are proud of that. They are proud of their culture. They are proud of their sovereignty. So they are proud of their values. So this is a nation. Thank you very much. So for this you can see different books. I will tell you later on. The whole detail is there. This is the first rather aspect of the two nation theory, which is a definition of the nation.